Who?
Aining, it's me.
Your Majesty, the ruler of a nation, how did you become a thief in the night?
I heard that today, on your wedding day, you were publicly jilted. Aining, I'm especially happy. 3 years
Bow
ago.
to heaven and earth.
Wait. Don't bow.
I gave my body to you just last night, and now you're abandoning me today, to marry my legitimate sister. If you don't own up, I'll cut off my hair right now, and become a nun.
Wan.
Guyan, today is our wedding. Are you sure you want to leave me and go to him at a time like this?
Lin Ning. Lin Wanwan is your sister too. Do you want her dead? You've always been strong-willed. You can handle this on your own. Wanwan is fragile. She needs me.
My lady, the Marquis. He brought someone back. And she's wearing your wedding gown.
Isn't that the wedding dress that Miss Lin the eldest should wear? Why is it on someone else?
Everyone, something went wrong on the way to fetch the bride today. Due to a servant's negligence, I picked up the wrong bride. This woman is my one and only legitimate wife. As for Lin Ning, she's full of schemes. She plotted to replace her younger sister, trying to marry above her station. Now the truth is out. I ask you all to bear witness.
As the elder sister, to actually do such a thing. Truly full of schemes, vicious to the core.
All of you, shut up. Picked up the wrong bride, Gu Yen. Last night you sent someone to tell me that a servant ruined my wedding gown, and told me to wear an ordinary red dress as a substitute, but it turns out you gave my dress to her.
Wanwan is a concubine's daughter, already suffered enough grievances. That wedding dress is luxurious. Since Wanwan is my true love, it's only right that she wears it.
Sister, I was planning to shave my head and become a nun to let you two be. But the Marquis.
Ignore her. Continue the ceremony.
Bow to heaven and earth.
Since you want to put on a show, I'll play along.
What are you still doing here? Wanwan and I are about to consummate the marriage. Don't tell me you want to watch.
Gu Yan, what happened today? You owe me an explanation.
Wanwan has deep feelings for me. Of course I have to take responsibility for her. However, if you're willing, I can pick a day to marry you as an equal wife. You're sisters, after all, I'm sure you'll get along.
I'm not willing. The marriage contract never specified which daughter to marry. Him marrying Lin Wanwan isn't a breach of contract. I ask for an explanation, just wanted a clear statement, so we can draw a clear line, and go our separate ways.
Sister, it's all my fault. I stole your marriage. Even though I entered the Marquis's mansion first, you were always the head of the household. Sister, please have some tea.
Lin Ning. Wanwan has already humbled herself like this. Why don't you take the tea? How is Wanwan? Is she hurt?
I'm not hurt, my lord. Don't be mad. Don't blame my sister. It was my own carelessness.
This act is exactly the same as when you were young, framing me in front of father, exactly the same. After all these years, she still only knows that one old trick, no improvement at all.
Lin Ning, you are so vicious. On her wedding day, you would harm your own sister?
Since you trust him so much, then take a good look.
You dare hit him. Lin Ning, you shrew.
This is what I really do. Lin Wanwan, drop this hypocritical act. I've seen enough.
Get out. Get out. Get out of the Marquis mansion now.
Gu Yan, you remember this. No one in this world can't live without someone. The position of wife or the glory of the Marquisate, give them to whoever you want. I, Lin Ning, will never set foot in your Gu family's mansion again. This rotten Marquis mansion, whoever wants to marry into it can. I'll go back to the frontier and be a female general. Isn't that great? 3 years ago, I joined the army disguised as a boy. Started as a lowly soldier, survived countless near deaths, and earned the title of the top female general of the northern frontier. In this world, only the emperor knows my true identity. If the old man hadn't faked being sick to force me into marriage, I never would have come back to the capital. I never wanted to be trapped in the inner chambers. I only held back because of family rules. Gu Yan. Lin 11. You two actually did me a favor.
Isn't that our eldest miss? Why are you back? The legitimate daughter, carried off in a bridal sedan with much fanfare, couldn't even get through the Marquis' gate? That's the funniest thing I've ever heard.
Lin Ning, you have the nerve to come back? Today's incident has disgraced the Lin family completely.
Look at you, all dusty and coarse. So vulgar. Always playing with swords and spears all day, not a trace of a proper lady. No wonder no one wants you. Don't tell me you still dream of being a female general.
Nonsense, pure nonsense. In the 100 years of our dynasty, there has only been one female general. How could you ever aspire to be like her? Look at Wanwan, gentle and virtuous, knows how to please people. If only you weren't so fiery-tempered, and hadn't displeased Guyan, the one who married into the Marquis' mansion so gloriously today would have been you.
Father, since you have so much time to lecture me, why not spend more effort thinking about how to clear Lin 11 of the treason charge in a couple of days?
Treason. Lin Ning. Don't talk nonsense. Wanwan marrying into the Marquis' manor is a great fortune. How could it involve treason? I think you've gone crazy after being rejected, cursing your own sister like that.
Miss, you've really improved. Your skill at making up stories. Treason is a capital offense. My Wanwan wouldn't dare. You're just jealous and lost your mind.
Move aside.
You. Stop right there, I'm still your elder. And you dare to boss me around? All the manners you've learned, you've thrown to the dogs.
You ungrateful girl, get back here. Do you have any respect for your elders? Humph, she's actually bluffing me. It's been a couple of days, and the capital is calm. Wanwan is just fine in the manor.
See? I told you. That damned girl just can't stand seeing Wanwan happy.
Father-in-law, mother-in-law, your son-in-law has brought Wanwan back to see you.
Good to be back. Look, our Wanwan is so blessed. Marrying into the Marquis' manor, she'll never have to worry about a thing.
Our Wanwan is the pride of the Lin family. Unlike some people, who only have the title of legitimate daughter, and bring nothing but shame and trouble. Absolutely useless.
Miss, the master requests you come down for dinner.
No manners at all. Hurry up and greet your sister and brother-in-law.
Lin Ning, the seat of honor belongs to Wanwan. She is now the first to enter the manor. She's the Marquis' wife. Her status is different. You should learn some manners.
My lord, please don't blame sister. After all, she is the legitimate daughter of the Lin family, so she deserves to sit here.
Rules are rules. No need to give way.
Ning, listen to the Marquis. Give the seat to Wanwan now.
Who do you think you are? Have you forgotten? This is the Lin household. It's not the place for a concubine's daughter who fawns for favor to take the head seat.
You reckless fool. Today, I'll beat this unfilial girl to death.
The imperial edict has arrived. Gu Yan, the Marquis of Zhenbei, and his wife, Lin Wanwan, received the edict.
See. This is the gap in status. The emperor is wise. He must have heard of my happy marriage. And specially decreed gifts to celebrate.
Gu Yan, let's see if you can still smile soon.
The imperial edict has arrived. By the mandate of heaven, the emperor decrees, Gu Yan, the Marquis of Zhenbei, audacious and reckless, destroying an imperial gift, commits a crime of great disrespect. It is ordered that his title be temporarily stripped, half a year's salary be confiscated, and from today, he is to remain at home and reflect. The concubine's daughter, Lin Wanwan, lacks virtue, unworthy of her status, is demoted to commoner status, thus it is decreed.
What? Destroy. Destroying an imperial gift? Eunuch, this is impossible. Could you be mistaken?
Eunuch, what? What's going on?
The emperor himself said so. How could it be wrong? That imperial gift was originally bestowed by His Majesty to show favor to Lady Lin, a wedding gown specially granted. But your Lin family, instead, let a concubine's daughter wear it. Not only that, you also allowed this concubine's daughter to bully Lady Lin. Absolutely absurd.
Eunuch, please calm down. The Marquis, I mistakenly thought at the time that it was just an ordinary wedding gown. That's why I—
How dare you? That was His Majesty, in recognition of a military family's merits, specially granted to Lady Lin as an honor. With your words, ordinary wedding gown, do you think you can cover up the crime of great disrespect?
That day, he took one look and felt I was not worthy of that wedding gown, so he had selfish motives, secretly kept it for Lin Wanwan, to win her smile.
No, I know nothing. Eunuch, I beg you to understand. I really know nothing. Sister, you set me up. You deliberately didn't tell me, you just wanted to see me die.
His Majesty said, Gu Yan knowingly broke the law, should have been severely punished, but considering he was unaware beforehand, is specially allowed leniency, demoted 3 ranks, confiscated 1 year's salary, effective immediately.
Eunuch. Eunuch, save me. I beg you, before the Emperor, put in a good word for me.
This is already His Majesty's extraordinary mercy. Humph! If it weren't for the sake of the noble one, whether you can keep your head is still uncertain.
Noble one? Eunuch, why would the Emperor, for no reason, grant a wedding gown to Lin Ning? She is just an unfavored legitimate daughter. Please enlighten me, Eunuch.
Humph! The Emperor's thoughts are not something you can casually speculate about. You just need to know, this immense favor is not something everyone can bear.
Eunuch, spare me. Your humble servant failed to teach his daughter properly. I admit my guilt.
Lord Lin, His Majesty has long known about your Lin family's swap of brides. I hope you will conduct yourself well. Ha ha ha.
You still have the nerve to come back? It's all your fault. It's all because of you, ungrateful daughter. The Emperor must have found out about you. Sisters fighting each other. Such a disgrace. Now His Majesty will surely think I failed to teach my daughters. I'm a poor household manager. All my political efforts have been ruined by you, wretched girl.
What does this have to do with me? It was Gu Yan who hid the imperial gift. It was Lin Wanwan who stole the marriage proposal. How come in the end, all the blame falls on me?
You dare talk back? You disobedient daughter. If you had been sensible from the start, and given up the marriage to your sister earlier, none of this trouble would have happened. You jinx. Are you determined to destroy the Lin family until you're satisfied?
Has he forgotten that he himself knew his concubine-born daughter was lowly, not worthy of the Marquis's household? He sent many letters. Between the lines, he was pressuring me to return from the frontier to marry. Now that something's happened, he has the nerve to blame it all on me.
Lin Ning, you are so heartless. You knew full well that wedding dress was an imperial gift. Why didn't you say something earlier?
Sister, even if you don't like me, even if you hate me, the Marquis is innocent. How could you gamble with the Marquis's future? As a joke, how could you harm us like this?
Gu Yan, I really didn't expect. And you keep saying you married the one you love. How is it? You can't even afford to buy her a proper wedding dress. You can't even afford that. As a Marquis, not only are you selfish, but you also have the nerve to steal my wedding dress for her. Such sneaky behavior. The Emperor only demoted you. That's getting off lightly.
Did you hear that? Marquis actually stole the eldest Mrs. Imperial wedding dress for the concubine-born Miss to wear. If this gets out, where will the Marquis's family's face be?
Shh, keep your voice down. Don't you see the Marquis's face is purple? This isn't love. This is cheap and malicious.
Stealing my wedding dress. Stealing my marriage. You think climbing into the Marquis's bed can wash away that treacherous aura of a concubine's daughter? Lin Wanwan. Today's fate of confiscation and dismissal is what you schemed for. You're not wronged.
No, it's not like that.
Lin Ning, you unfilial daughter.
Father, you don't think His Majesty's decree today was just about a wedding dress, do you? No, His Majesty was rebuking you. As the head of the family, you favored the concubine-born daughter, causing chaos in hierarchy and propriety. but instead of reflecting on yourself, you blindly blamed me. If you can't even discern His Majesty's intent on this, your life is as good as over.
You.
Who?
Aining, it's me.
Your Majesty, the ruler of a nation, how did you become a thief in the night?
I heard that today, on your wedding day, you were publicly jilted. Aining, I'm especially happy. 3 years ago, you saved my life. I intended to make you empress, but you didn't even accept the title before running away. Now that Gu Yan, that ungrateful fool, has courted death, to him, you're a discarded woman. But to me, this is a golden opportunity. Aining, come to the palace. Aining.
Your Majesty, your favor is more than I deserve. These hands of mine are meant to hold a blade and slay enemies. As for a tender heart, it was broken long ago by the frontier sands and romantic ties.
Very well. You can't force affection. As long as you're still in the capital. You can't escape me. Speak. How do you want me to help you? That Gu Yan and that Lin Wanwan. If you want them dead, I can grant that wish anytime.
No need. Killing people like them would only dirty my hands. If your Majesty truly wishes to help me, grant me an imperial decree that allows me openly to be a female general guarding the border. I want everyone in the capital to know that I, Lin Ning, am no woman who can only stay in the inner quarters, a puppet to be pushed around.
Good. That's my Aining. In 3 days, I will make it happen for you.
My lord, look. That is a night pearl.
It must be from His Majesty. His Majesty still remembers the Gu family's contributions.
My lord, His Majesty must have regretted it. This carriage, it's specially prepared for us to take us back to the mansion.
Yes, it must be the Emperor's compensation to me. Haha, I knew it. Without me, this capital, His Majesty can't even sleep well.
Halt.
How dare you? This is treason. Open your dog eyes and see clearly who I am. Even if I'm temporarily demoted, I am still His Majesty's favored minister.
You blind fool. This is the carriage His Majesty bestowed upon the Marquis. How dare you block it? If we are delayed returning to the mansion, can you bear the responsibility?
I was unaware that my carriage had become a gift to you.
Your Majesty. Forgive me, Your Majesty. I deserve death, I deserve death. I have already. Your Majesty, all blame lies with me alone. Wanwan is delicate, she knows nothing of this. She has nothing to do with it. Your Majesty, it's all that wench Lin Ning. She deliberately concealed that the wedding dress was an imperial gift, intentionally watching me make a mistake, wanting the Gu family to be humiliated. She is utterly malicious. I beg Your Majesty to severely punish her.
Oh? So she harmed you?
Yes, it's her. This jealous woman couldn't bear that I favored Wanwan, so she set this trap.
Yeah!
Wench. Kneel before His Majesty and confess.
Do you know that I never allow him to kneel to anyone? Gu Yan, you deserve to die. Aining, are you all right?
Such a weak force can't hurt me.
What's going on? Isn't he just Your Majesty? Why do you treat him?
Gu Yan, do you think my Grand General is not good enough for your mere marquisate?
Grand General?
Everyone, listen. Lin Ning is not, as you say, a crude legitimate daughter who only knows how to wield a sword. She is the general of the Northern Expedition appointed by me. She is the only female general since the founding of our dynasty who has never been enfeoffed as a marquis. And 3 years ago, outside Yanmen Pass, with 3,000 cavalry, crushed the enemy's 100,000 army. She is a peerless hero who protected our great Yan territory.
My lord.
Aining, you. Weren't you learning etiquette at the manor? How could you be a female general? Your Majesty, is it a mistake?
Learning etiquette. Father, when have you ever cared about me? Even once. On the very first day I left home, I joined the army. When I crawled out of piles of dead bodies, where were you? Then I earned merits and was wounded. My identity was exposed. Those stubborn officers wanted to punish me. Where were you then? It was His Majesty, who visited in disguise. Not only did he not blame me, but he also allowed me to serve as a woman. I fought enemies all the way, surviving countless close calls, and finally earned this title of general. If you hadn't faked illness to force me to fulfill the marriage contract, I would be at the border, watering my horse, instead of watching your ugly behavior here. Gu Yan, I never intended to break our engagement. Even though I never loved you, I plan to hold back my edge, return to the capital and marry into the Marquis's mansion, be a good wife and mother, and uphold your family's honor. But you and Lin Wanwan humiliated me on our wedding day.
Ning, I was wrong. I was truly wrong. I was deceived. As long as you come back, I'll prepare immediately a grand sedan chair, the full betrothal rites, and welcome you in style. You'll still be the Marchioness.
Bastard! How dare you have such filthy thoughts? You want my Grand General to be your concubine? No, not a concubine.
Your Majesty, my wife's position has always been Ning's. Wanwan. Lin Wanwan. She's just a concubine's daughter. She's only fit to be a concubine.
I won't stand for this. I won't. My lord, you said you only loved me. You said Lin Ning was coarse, and you would only cherish me all your life. Now we've been married only 3 days, and you want to divorce me for power.
Enough. Look at yourself in the mirror. See what status you have. You, a daughter of a concubine, entering my Marquis's mansion as a concubine is already marrying above your station. Get out of my sight.
Someone like Lin Ning isn't worth your anger, and certainly not worth dirtying your hands. By imperial decree, from this day forward, Lin Ning is no longer a daughter of the Lin family. She is only my general of the Northern Pacification. As for this marriage, I decide to annul it. My general, you are unworthy of her.
By the mandate of heaven, the Emperor decrees, General Lin Ning of the Northern Pacification, guarding the border, has rendered meritorious service to the nation. She is a model of heroic women. She is specially permitted to establish her own household. A general's mansion in the capital is granted. From now on, General Lin Ning has no further ties with the Lin family.
10 years, a full 10 years, I have finally shaken off this family that devours people. Lin Ning thanks your Majesty for your great grace.
Amin, are you really leaving? You are the legitimate daughter of the Lin family, my eldest daughter. Since ancient times, how can a legitimate daughter abandon her father and set up her own household? How can I face the gossip of outsiders stabbing the Lin family in the back?
Father, now you remember I'm the legitimate daughter. When you forced me to give up my position as the rightful wife for Lin Wanwan, did you ever think I was the legitimate daughter? From today, there is no longer a legitimate daughter Lin Ning of the Lin family. Only General Lin Ning of the Northern Pacification.
Set up her own household. What right does she have? This should have been the glory of the Marquis's mansion.
Gu Yan, if you dare show any disrespect to the general again, I won't mind demoting you 3 more ranks. From your 3rd rank position. Anning, the general's mansion has been thoroughly tidied up inside and out. If you don't want to see these eyesores any longer, I'll have someone take you there right now.
No need. I'll head back to the border early tomorrow morning.
Fine, whatever you say.
General Lin, you're a true hero. All of us in the capital have heard how you defended Yanmen Pass.
If not for you guarding our borders, we wouldn't have such peaceful days. The Gu family must be blind, throwing you under the bus for a concubine's daughter.
Take care, General Lin. A true heroine.
All the hardships and injuries I endured at the border for 3 years are worth it in this moment.
Wait. Anning. Are you really leaving? You're actually going back to the border?
What business do you have, Lord Gu?
Anning, I know I was wrong. I was blind before, blinded by that bitch Lin Wanwan, and I failed to see your worth.
Poofed, shameless. Back then, to marry the concubine's daughter, he switched brides on the wedding day itself. How much did he humiliate General Lin? Now that she's a great general with a powerful army, he wants to divorce the concubine's daughter and win her back. His wishful thinking is so loud the whole capital can hear it.
A man like that is truly one of a kind.
Yeah.
Anning, I'm sincere. I know you still have feelings for me, otherwise you wouldn't.
My Grand General is not someone a low-life scum like you can even dream of.
Your Majesty.
Guyan, remember your place. If you dare bother the general again, I won't hesitate to strip you of your title right now.
Lin Ning, are you really going to be so heartless? Everyone in the capital knows we were betrothed since childhood.
Guyan, shut your mouth. Before you speak, take a look at yourself. Do you even deserve to mention the word betrothal?
Anning, I actually.
That lash was for myself. Back on our wedding day, you tricked me with an ancestral betrothal, switched brides in public, humiliating me completely. I became the laughingstock of the capital. That lash was just the interest.
Good, well hit.
Guyan, you listen. From now on, we are through. Our lives are separate. If you dare show up before me again, and pester me even a little, I will kill you. Move out.
Take care, General. General Lin, the people of the capital await your triumphant return.
Why? Why are you still a hero, while I'm despised like dirt?
Lin Wanwan, you bitch. How dare you show your face? Lin Wanwan, are you happy now? If it weren't for you, shamelessly clinging to me back then, if it weren't for your stubbornness, threatening to become a nun, how could I have missed A Ning? How could I have lost my title? Become a joke in the capital? You jinx. My future, my noble house, all gone. All because of you.
Husband, I didn't mean to. I just love you too much. I just couldn't bear to lose you.
Get out. I never want to see you again. Get that hypocritical face out of here.
Scum like that deserves this ending.
Look at that. That's what happens when you steal your elder sister's fiancé. Karma's a bitch.
You said it. Back then, when they were putting on a show in the Marquise's hall, how impressive they were. Now look at them, what a show.
That pair of ungrateful scumbags finally got what they deserved.
Look, it's our General Lin. Ever since he came back, I've felt at ease.
Exactly. The general of the Northern Pacification returns. Those northern barbarians don't even dare to test us.
The wind at the border is harsh, but it's cleaner than the hypocritical powder of the capital. It's pure here. No schemes from the back halls. No sickening battles between legitimate and concubine. Here, only swords, only sincerity. This is where I, Lin Ning, belong.
General. The moment you returned, those northern bastards quieted down. They were poking around the border, and now they've retreated 50 li overnight. Ha, that's the power of our general of the Northern Pacification.
The Northerners are treacherous, they haven't given up. We must never let our guard down. Any news from the capital?
Plenty. Once you revealed your title as Grand General, and His Majesty set up your own household, things in the capital got lively. What a drama.
Oh, what kind of crazy?
They say Guyan, ever since you left, went completely mad. Back then, for that concubine's daughter, he caused a huge uproar. But now, he's taken all the frustration he got from His Majesty and dumped it on Lin Wanwan. He's throwing tantrums at home every day, calling her a jinx who ruined his future. He doesn't treat her like a person anymore. He ignores her all day, and keeps bringing in concubines. He drags every pretty face into the house. Now the Marquise's estate is full of concubines, fighting and bickering all day long, making a huge mess. A while back, creditors from the capital came knocking all at once, blocking the estate's main gate. Guess what? Those creditors raised hell at the door, and Gu Yan was still holed up in his concubine's room, dead drunk. In the end, the estate steward had no choice but to take Lin Wanwan's dowry, the stuff she brought when she married in, and use it to pay off the debts. Lin Wanwan cried until she had no tears left, but she couldn't keep a single gold leaf.
All the wealth and glory Lin Wanwan schemed so hard to take, now just looks like a joke.
Lin Wanwan is in a bad spot now. The servants in the estate are sharp. They all know how she got her position as the lawful wife. They mock and sneer at her every day. None of them see her as the mistress. I hear she stays in her room all day, crying her eyes out. She looks completely haggard.
She deserves it. From now on, everything in the capital has nothing to do with me.
Good.
Has he lost his mind? As the ruler of a nation, he actually followed me to this barren land.
Aining.
Your subject, Lin Ning, greets your majesty. I did not know you were coming, so I failed to welcome you properly.
Aining. I missed you. I haven't gone a single day in 6 months without thinking of you.
Your majesty, with everyone watching, please act with dignity.
I won't let go. Aining. I can't live without you. The peach blossoms in the capital have bloomed 3 times. Yet all I see is your back as you left the capital. I've made up my mind. I will offer the entire realm as my betrothal gift, and make you my empress.
Your majesty, you're insane. Since ancient times, has there ever been a general as empress?
I know you don't like the constraints of the palace, all those tedious formalities, so I promise you that if you're willing, once you enter the palace, you won't be trapped within those 4 walls. I'll be with you. Together, we'll guard the borders. Every inch of Dayan's land is my betrothal gift to you.
Offer the realm as a betrothal gift, guard the borders with me. There's really an emperor in this world willing to abandon the riches of the palace for a mere woman like me, and travel thousands of miles through the sands. Your majesty, you are the emperor of a vast realm. Why? Why go to such lengths for me?
Why? Aining. Everything in this world has a price, except you. Even if I were to give up the entire realm, I would still seek to win you. Because you are worth it. Aining, you are the bravest, the most brilliant woman. I, Xiao Yanhan, do not need a woman who hides behind high palace walls, a puppet queen who only serves her husband and children. I want to stand shoulder to shoulder with you and expand the frontiers ourselves to see this beautiful land.
Yes.
Aining. You've accepted? You finally said yes to me. I can finally marry you.
Your majesty, please come down. All the soldiers are watching.
Ha 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 ha.
Look, that's our heroine, General Lin Ning, defender of the North.
This feeling. Unlike anything I've ever known. So besides the blood at the frontier, the bustling energy of the capital can also fill my heart so completely.
Aining. You've never liked such commotion. If you don't like this excitement, I'll have the guards clear them out to give you some peace.
No, this is what you risked your life for, the honor you earned for me, and it's the honor this kingdom bestows on me. I accept it gladly.
As long as you like it, the greatest honor in the world. I will personally place in your hands.
Aining. Aining, my own dear daughter. Aining, your father is here. I've come to personally take you home.
Back then, Gu Yan publicly humiliated me by breaking off the engagement, and you scolded me for being shameless. When His Majesty took me in and I set up my own home, you just looked on coldly. Now that you see I'm about to become empress, you come to put on this act of fatherly love. It's too late.
Aining, your dad was wrong. I was blind before. I was blind. I shouldn't have favored Lin Wanwan. That jinx. I shouldn't have treated you badly.
Oh, is this the renowned Lord Lin? How did he become so shabby?
I heard he used to favor his concubine and mistreat his wife, treated our General Lin like dirt, and kicked her out. Now that she's about to be empress, he has the nerve to come and claim her.
Yes, that's exactly the kind of father. Better to cut ties completely. Where was he before? Now he comes begging to his daughter? How shameless.
Anning, all the mistakes are mine. Just say yes, come back to the Lin family. Anning,
Ever since my mother died, you've only had eyes for that woman Wang. I barely escaped death on the battlefield and returned to the capital. In your eyes, I was nothing but a tool for marriage to climb the social ladder. A father like that, I'd rather not have.
How dare you, disturbing His Majesty's presence.
Anning. Save me. I'm your father. Ah.
Anning. You've been through so much all these years.
It's nothing. 10 years ago, I already stopped seeing him as my father.
Who's there?
Haha. Lin Ning. Lin Ning. Come out. Ha ha ha. Lin Ning, stop right there. Don't leave. Why does he get to be the Empress? How dare you? You were supposed to be my wife. You're mine. You wretched woman. If it weren't for you, I wouldn't have ended up like this. I'll kill you and make you pay.
Assassin.
Well killed. That fickle, social climbing scumbag deserved to die long ago. Serves him right. Heaven's justice always catches up. Retribution is swift.
This is the path you chose. You can't blame anyone else.
Haha, Lady of the Marquis. I am the Lady of the Marquis. Ha ha ha, dead, all dead.
A woman being crowned empress, yet wearing armor and carrying a longsword, unprecedented in history.
She single-handedly crushed the northern enemy, the Zhenbei general. Who dares say a word against her?
The coronation is complete. All officials pay homage. Long live the Emperor. Long live the Empress. Long live.
From today onward, I am no longer the bullied legitimate daughter of the Lin family, nor the anonymous female general. I am the Empress of Dayin, the woman standing shoulder to shoulder with the Son of Heaven.
Look. The Empress herself is leading the troops. Her Majesty has never slackened in training. Dayin will surely triumph.
You northern barbarians, we let you off 3 years ago, yet you dare invade again. All troops, hear my command, kill. I led the pursuit for 1,000 miles. Encircled and slaughtered all the northern elite. After this battle, the North will submit and pay tribute, never daring to step foot into Dayin's territory again, not even a single step.
The Empress of Dayin, Lin, wise and brave, assisted the sovereign, personally led the campaign against the North, expanded the realm by 1,000 miles. She is the greatest sage empress in 1,000 years.
Look, it's our Empress. The Empress is returning in triumph.
Through 1,000 miles of earth, my son who joined the army is finally coming home.
Look at the Emperor's eyes. He can't wait to fly onto the Empress's horse.
And Ning, you've been through so much.
Not at all, Your Majesty. I have fulfilled my mission.
Long live the Emperor. Long live the Empress.
Your Majesty, I led the campaign for 3 years, and I've seen the desolation at the borders. Here is a farming plan for the border regions. I propose that we redraw the newly expanded border lands, reallocate them, settle the surrendered northern tribes and displaced refugees there, and exempt taxes for 3 years. Encourage the people to cultivate the land. Only when every household has land to farm can the borders become self-sufficient. In the long run, we can cut half the garrison, saving millions in military expenses.
Ridiculous. This will ruin the nation. Your Majesty the Empress, though you have achieved great military feats, you do not understand the evil in people's hearts.
The Prime Minister speaks wisely. If those barbarians get enough to eat, they'll turn around and kill us. Who will take responsibility?
Yes, the border is a dangerous place. Giving land to refugees is one thing, but giving it to surrendered soldiers is like inviting a wolf into the house.
Minister Wei, do you think that if a person has a house to live in, land to farm, and a family to support, he'd still risk his head to go to war? The northern tribes are also children of parents. Years of war have left them with nothing to harvest. If they don't plunder, they starve. Give them a way to live, let them put down roots on this land, and the border will naturally be stable. That's far better than spending 10 million tiles each year to maintain a 100,000 strong army on the border. It's much more cost-effective, and much more stable.
That's just your delusion. The sages' books have never said that we can share the state with barbarians.
Enough. This matter concerns the fate of our great dynasty for a century. It is indeed no small matter. Since we cannot agree today, we will discuss it later. Court dismissed.
Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Lin Ning, that mere soldier, apart from waving a sword around, what does he know about state affairs? What does he know about governing?
Chancellor. A woman who spent too long at the border. Grows wild and untamed. What he proposed in court today. That wasn't about frontier farming. It's clearly inviting the wolf into the fold, destroying our own great wall.
He's challenging the limits of us old ministers. A woman like her should be embroidering and gardening in the harem. But now look, she not only holds military power, but also meddles in state affairs. If she actually succeeds with this new policy and sets this precedent, we, who have studied hard for years, and guarded the nation for half a lifetime, will we still have a place to stand?
Back when she was made queen, I said then, a woman wielding military power is a sign of calamity. But His Majesty wouldn't listen. Now look at you. Her hand has reached into the treasury and our lands. If we don't pull her down, the century-old traditions of Dayu will be destroyed in an instant.
We can't wait any longer. In court today, His Majesty has already wavered. If we let that farming policy go through, those promoted will all be the warriors and refugees Lin Ning has brought up. Then this court will have no room for our voices.
Chancellor, on the surface we can't out-argue her. After all, she has military merit. To make sure she never gets back up, we have to take an unconventional path.
I understand your meaning. We must find a weakness that can completely overthrow Lin Ning. A capital crime that even His Majesty can't protect her from. A woman in power, conspiring with foreign enemies, embezzling military funds. As long as it knocks her off her pedestal, no means are too extreme. We must, before this farming policy takes effect, make her fall from the Queen's position.
Your Highness, I heard that after court today, Premier Wei shut his doors to visitors. He invited several senior officials to his residence. They're probably discussing how to counter your farming policy.
Those old diehards only care about their own positions. They don't care about the people at the border.
Let them be. What grows from the soil is crops, not their sacred texts. Whoever can feed the people is the true authority. They want leverage. That depends on whether I, Lin Ning, give them that chance.
Lin Ning, we see about that.
Get lost, Jinx. Marquise Gu was jinxed to death by you. And you still want to steal food?
I am the Marchioness. I was married through proper rites.
Look at this. Is this still the second Miss Lin who once amazed the capital? Miss Lin, do you know who is to blame for you ending up like this? It's all thanks to your good sister, Lin Ning. If it weren't for her deep scheming, humiliating you in public, stealing your marriage, how would Marquise Gu have fallen out of favor with the Emperor? If he hadn't kept pressing, causing Marquise Gu's death, you would now be in the Marquise mansion, enjoying wealth and honor as the Marchioness.
Lin Ning.
Now she is the Empress, and she even wants to let those merciless bandits from the northern Dai into the passes. She is colluding with the enemy. She is going to ruin the Dayan Empire. How can such a wicked Empress sit on the throne? If you are willing to step forward at the morning court in 3 days and publicly accuse Lin Ning of colluding with the enemy, our master will not only avenge your husband's death, but also grant you a lifetime of wealth, so you never have to suffer like this again.
Revenge. I want him dead. I want him to rot in the mud just like me.
Your Majesty, Prime Minister Wei's men left the city today. They went to a broken temple in the outskirts. It seems they found the second Miss Lin.
Lin 11, it seems Prime Minister Wei is truly at his wit's end, to rely on a madwoman.
Your Majesty, she is your own sister. If she babbles nonsense in the court, saying something about treason, many tongues can turn truth into lies.
If she doesn't come, I'd find this show not lively enough. If she does come, then we can settle those old scores from 3 years ago once and for all.
Haha, Lin Ning, do you think just because you control the military, you can rule the world? In this court, reputation can lift you to the heavens, or bring you crashing down. In 3 days, I will make sure that in this day in empire, there is no place left for you, Lin Ning.
Have you heard? His Majesty is going with the Empress to the outskirts to see the granaries today. They say it's to gather grain for the farming policy.
The Empress hasn't rested since returning to the capital. All the civil officials are watching closely. Things might get turbulent.
Your subject has a grievance. I wish to accuse the Empress of treason and collusion with the enemy.
Insolent madwoman, how dare you disturb His Majesty? Slander the Empress? Seize her.
Didn't expect he was still alive.
Haha, Lin Ning, you scheming queen. During your 3 years at the border, you've long colluded with the Beidi. Your farm policy was just to make room for the Beidi. You killed my husband, made me homeless and destitute. I will make you pay with your life.
Treason? It seems my new policies have rattled some people, to the point of sending such a madwoman to the palace gate.
Your Majesty, this person is raving. Should we have her beaten to death?
Beat her to death? Wouldn't that let those cowardly crows off easy? By my decree, no need to leave the palace. Take this madwoman back to the hall. I will, before all the civil and military officials, personally interrogate her.
Since she wants to make trouble, let's make it thorough.
Your Majesty, though I am humble, my sincere heart is as clear as the sun. I am not lying, and I dare not deceive your Majesty.
Let her speak. I want to see how right and wrong are twisted.
Back then, she concealed her true identity as the legitimate daughter, disguised as a man to infiltrate the army, not to serve the country. During her 3 years at the border, she had already colluded with Beidi generals and formed an alliance.
Collusion with the enemy? That is a crime punishable by execution of 9 generations.
The Yanmen passed disaster 3 years ago. Could there really be something fishy about it?
Her so-called illustrious military achievements are all fake. In collusion with the Beidi, they staged a big show. Secretly, she gave the fertile border lands of Dayan to the Beidi, in exchange for their withdrawal and support, so she could return to the capital with military honors and force your Majesty to appoint her as Empress.
Lin 11, your talent for making up stories is far greater than your domestic scheming has really improved.
Your Majesty, he's a curse. He brought down the Lin household, now he wants to destroy all of Da Yin, that land reclamation policy. That policy is the trap he left for the Northern Dai. When the Northern Dai surrender troops enter the pass, he'll collaborate from within and seize your Majesty's throne. Your Majesty, you've been wise all your life, don't let this seductive poison woman deceive you.
Are you done? Lin 11, have you forgotten the sword that saved your Majesty? Was shot by me personally. If I truly wanted to collude with the Northern Dai, the Great Fire at Yanmen Pass 3 years ago would not have burned the Northern Dai's supplies but your Majesty's tent.
Looks like this show was well staged. I am curious to know who gave you the nerve.
Your Majesty, we have a memorial to present. Empress Lin Ning has deceived Your Majesty and defied the throne, collaborated with the enemy and betrayed the state. Now the evidence is conclusive and her own sister has publicly testified. For the sake of Da Yin's dynasty, we implore Your Majesty to immediately depose the Empress and throw Lin Ning into the imperial prison to uphold the law of the land.
Please depose the Empress, Your Majesty. Your Majesty, the demon Empress is ruining the country, colluding with foreign enemies. If such behavior goes unpunished, how can we face the three armies?
If you do not depose the Empress, where will the ancestral laws be? Where will the safety of the state be?
Conclusive evidence, just based on a handful of gossip. Premier Wei, you break into the imperial study today. Are you trying to teach me how to be emperor?
Your Majesty, we are senior officials who have served 3 reigns. If Your Majesty insists on sheltering this treasonous demon Empress, you will chill the hearts of all civil officials under heaven. Then we, old and useless ones, can only resign today and return home and stay far from court.
Please depose the Empress, Your Majesty. If Your Majesty refuses, we will kneel here forever and resign to show our resolve.
Please
beg Your
depose
Majesty
the
to
Empress,
depose
Your
the
Majesty.
Empress.
Prime Minister Wei, resigning to make a point. What you're saying is, if the emperor doesn't listen to you, the Dayan court will be paralyzed.
HMH, I just can't bear to see the realm ruined by a woman.
Wei Yong's influence is deeply entrenched. If we force the removal of civil officials now, a mass resignation will ruin the new policies. Aining's land reclamation plan hasn't been implemented yet. We can't let them overturn the table now. I will have someone investigate this thoroughly. Since you want evidence, I will give you evidence. 3 days from now, right here in the Imperial Study, I will give you my answer. And give the world an explanation. Now, all of you, withdraw.
Your servant accepts the decree. In 3 days, we will return to hear Your Majesty's ruling.
Aining, I'm sorry. I was too eager to push the new policies. I didn't keep an eye on those old fossils. I let them dare, right at the palace gate, to join hands and slander you.
It's not your fault. Those stubborn old fools treasure those rotten systems. They've long looked at me, a woman, the Empress holding power, with disdain. This time, taking advantage of the land policy, touching their interests. If they didn't jump out now, I would wonder if Prime Minister Wei had changed his ways. This time, I want to see Wei Yong, that tail he's hidden for over a decade, how much longer he can keep it tucked.
I've dispatched all the secret guards to conduct a citywide search. I'll investigate all the years Wei Yong has secretly embezzled military funds and formed cliques for private gain. And that crazy woman, Lin Wanwan. He's a beggar. How could he show up precisely at the palace gate to petition? The go-between in this I will definitely find out. Aining, we won this realm together. I trust you. No matter what tricks they pull these 3 days, I stand with you. If they insist on forcing the palace, I don't mind spilling blood in this throne hall.
Your Majesty, killing is not as effective as striking at the heart. Since Prime Minister Wei wants to put on a show, then 3 days from now.
I've already dispatched all the shadow guards to conduct a citywide search. We're thoroughly investigating Wei Yong's activities over the years, embezzling military funds privately and forming cliques for personal gain. That crazy woman, Lin Wanwan, too. A beggar like him, how could he show up exactly at the palace gate to petition the emperor? The middleman in all this, I will definitely root him out. Aining, we built this kingdom together. I trust you. No matter what tricks they pull in these 3 days, I'm on your side. If they insist on forcing a coup, I don't mind letting this throne room see some blood.
Your Majesty, killing is not as effective as breaking their spirit. Since Prime Minister Wei wants to put on a show, then in 3 days, we'll play along with him. A grand drama that will go down in history.
Your Excellency, His Majesty has already sent the shadow guards, shouldn't we?
Humph, let him. I've already prepared a scapegoat. Lin Ning thinks he can win. Then we'll let him, in 3 days, watch with his own eyes as the people of Dayan spurn him for colluding with the enemy queen.
Your Majesty, I have a report. The shadow guards investigated overnight and have already found a lead on Prime Minister Wei.
Speak.
A few days ago, Wei Yong's trusted steward did go to the ruined temple outside the capital and personally handed Lin Wanwan a large sum of silver. It was specifically used for black market circulation, marked silver. We've already made rubbings of the marks. Your Majesty, we followed the trail and discovered over the years Wei Yong has been privately contacting the old nobility of the Northern Dai. Doing business, he abused his prime ministerial authority to secretly smuggle salt and refined iron, which are embargoed by Dang, directly selling them to the Northern Dai tribes, and made a huge amount of dirty money. Salt and iron are vital to the nation's foundation.
As Prime Minister, he actually traded the lives of Daeun soldiers for Northern DI silver.
Your Highness, this servant just now overheard some eunuchs from the Shadow Guard office gossiping that they've discovered old accounts between Prime Minister Wei and the Northern Dai nobles.
I've always wondered why, when we defeated the Northern Dai, there were always officials and scrap metal flowing beyond the border. So the root cause is right here at the center of the court.
Your Highness, these old officials are ruthless. While you were fighting at the border, they were stabbing you in the back. No wonder they opposed your farm colony policy.
Of course. The farm colony policy would establish government-run trade markets at the border and strictly inspect all goods transport routes leaving the border. This not only takes away their juicy profits, but also directly cuts off the financial pipeline of Wei Yong's inner circle. Once the government-run markets open, smuggled salt and iron won't fetch high prices, and they'll face strict crackdowns. If Wei Yong doesn't bring me down, his border treasury that he's run for over a decade will completely collapse. This isn't a political debate, this is cutting his heart out.
Your Excellency, informants in the palace say the Shadow Guard is making quite a stir. It seems they're investigating the border trade routes.
What's there to panic about? As long as Lin Ning's treason charges are finalized in 3 days, no one will believe the truth uncovered by a dead man. He cuts off my income, so I'll cut off his lifeline. Lin Ning, in 3 days, we'll settle this in the Great Hall.
Your Majesty, following the leads on Wei Yong's salt and iron smuggling, we found in his secret treasury even more shocking accounts.
Well, let me see how rotten this pillar of the state really is.
In recent years, among officials above the 5th rank, a full 30% have paid tribute to Wei Yong. Not only that, he formed cliques for private gain, through the Ministry of Personnel's assessments, forcibly placed his own protégés into key positions in the Ministry of Revenue, Ministry of War, and dozens of other vital posts.
What a Chancellor Wei. My court has become his private troop.
What shocked us most was in the Battle of Yanmen Pass 3 years ago, Wei Yong colluded with his protégés in the Ministry of Revenue using a famine as an excuse to deliberately withhold the 30,000 dan of grain destined for the frontier.
Withholding military provisions?
Yes. At that time, the frontline soldiers had been without food for 3 days. If not for General Lin, if not for his decisive action, personally leading a surprise attack on the enemy's rear, retrieving the supplies, and selling his own land to exchange for grain from the western region caravans, in that battle, our 30,000 soldiers of Daeun would have starved to death outside Yanmen Pass.
He's stabbing me in the back, gambling with my soldiers and my kingdom.
Corruption, bribery, forming cliques for personal gain, and now this charge of withholding military pay, causing harm to our soldiers. These pieces of evidence, every single one, are enough to sentence him and his entire clan to execution, confiscation and extermination. He thought he could bring me down in 3 days. But he doesn't know these 3 days are the time I'm giving him to say his last words.
Lin Ning, you bitch. Your time is up. How dare you come here to laugh at me? Premier Wei has promised me that you'll die in 3 days.
Lin Wanwan, do you really think Wei Yong and his people are genuinely helping you? Use your brain for a second. You, a beggar in a dilapidated temple, someone even dogs wouldn't touch. Why would the Chancellor bother with you? That little bit of silver they gave you isn't a lifesaver at all. It's the money to buy your life. According to their plan, once you testify in the Great Hall, within 3 hours, you'll die on your way home. After all, only the dead can keep the secret of treason. And Premier Wei never keeps useless informants alive. Because you know too much.
You're lying. You just want to drive a wedge between us. You want to save your own skin.
Help. With those buffoons like Wei Yong, they're not worthy of taking my life. Since you want to settle scores, then I'll settle them clearly with you. You've always thought I killed Gu Yan. Gu Yan's death back then was his own reckless doing. He, emboldened by alcohol, blocked my imperial carriage. And in full view of everyone, he drew his sword to assassinate me. He was asking for death. What does that have to do with me, Lin Ning?
If you hadn't destroyed the Marquis's mansion, how would he have gone mad? You stole his glory.
And stole Lin Wanwan. You always thought that back then. You stole my marriage, and I would be devastated. Let me tell you, I couldn't care less about that marriage. And I certainly didn't want to marry that fool Gu Yan. Only idiots like you would treat mud as treasure and fight desperately to snatch it.
I was wrong, I was really wrong. They tricked me. They were just using me, treating me as a pawn they could discard anytime.
Your so-called dignity is propped up by a few taels of silver handed out by traitors. Lin Wanwan, you are hopelessly stupid.
Sister, I'm truly sorry. I am willing to testify against them. I am willing to tell the Emperor everything Wei Yong sent people to teach me to do, and say to the Emperor, word for word, please forgive me this once. Sister, I am your own sister. Even if it's for the Lin family's reputation, please help me one more time.
The Lin family's reputation was ruined the day you stole the groom, by you. As for forgiveness, that's Buddha's business. I'm glad you came to your senses. In 3 days, at the Golden Throne Hall, is your only chance to atone. Life or death depends entirely on your own mouth, whether you can nail Wei Yong to the pillar of shame.
I will testify. I will definitely testify. As long as I can survive, I'll say anything.
Your Highness, the person is brought.
Empress Tuoho.
Back then, outside Yanmen Pass, I knocked down your royal banner with one spear thrust, but spared your life. Now, someone in the court of Dayan is using that battle to make trouble.
Make trouble? They say it was a transaction. Absolutely ridiculous.
Wei Yong's faction accuses me of colluding with the Northern Dai. They say that victory was a play we staged together. The purpose was to return the land of Daying.
That is the greatest insult to a warrior. Back then, my tribe was routed by your highness's forces. My personal guards died in battle. A win is a win. A loss is a loss.
All right. In 3 days, I want you to personally tell those stubborn old fools who talk about the faction what the truth is. Chen Sheng, 3 years ago, at the Battle of Yanmen Pass, the 30,000 dan of military grain that should have arrived was delayed by 7 days.
General, that. A sudden rainstorm on the road made the roads muddy.
Don't use the heavens as an excuse. The shadow guards have already found out. Wei Yong's disciple ordered the official roads to be blocked, and the official document in your hand was issued directly from the Chancellor's residence. In that battle, I led the troops and we were without food for 3 days. In the end, I sold the heirloom left by my birth mother just to get a bite to eat. If I hadn't been lucky, those 30,000 soldiers would have starved outside the pass. Chen Sheng, have you ever thought about the brothers who starved to death?
I didn't want to either, but Chancellor Wei threatened my entire family's lives. If I didn't comply, I wouldn't live to see dawn.
Today, I am here. If you testify, I guarantee your family's safety. If you continue to conceal, Wei Yong hasn't killed you yet, but I will have your entire family executed.
Your Majesty, have the Empress spare my life. I am willing to testify. I still have the letter that Chancellor Wei personally approved with his own brush. I'll hand it over now.
Wei Yong, this old score of you withholding soldiers' provisions is also time to settle.
Your Majesty, Empress, the evidence is complete. These are letters written in Wei Yong's own hand through the black market outside the capital to the nobles of the former Northern Dai tribes over the years.
Chancellor Wei's calligraphy is indeed vigorous and forceful. This line, gold and silk, 3,000 gold pieces, 500 dan of grain shipped, is written with perfect precision, right on the eve of the great victory over the northern enemy, and these account books record the bribery list, from the Ministry of Revenue to the Ministry of Personnel, involving over 60 officials. So the court of our great Ying has long been sold off at clear prices by Chancellor Wei.
What a Wei Yong! I honored him as Chancellor in the Great Hall, respected him as a senior statesman of 3 reigns, and yet I have nurtured such an ambitious and ungrateful wolf. He dared to privately sell salt and iron, collude with the enemy, and betray the country. Even more, under my very nose, he used such despicable means to slander the Empress. He's undermining the very foundation of my empire.
Your Majesty, with this evidence, every single charge is enough to have Wei Xian's entire clan executed, their whole family wiped out, since he plans to accuse me of treason in the court. Then let's give him exactly what he wants.
Aining, the grievances you've suffered, I'll make him pay back 100-fold. This time, I will cleanse the court of all his cronies, every last one of them, without sparing a single one.
Lord Chancellor, the 3-day deadline ends tomorrow. I've kept close watch these past 2 days on the Empress's palace and the Imperial study. All quiet inside, not even a eunuch came out with a decree.
I think the Emperor and Lin Ning are truly scared. That's a capital crime of treason, and Lin Wanwan is a living witness. Other than cowering in their chambers awaiting death, what tricks can they possibly pull?
Scared. Being scared alone won't cut it. At tomorrow's court session, if Lin Ning doesn't step down from the throne, I'll turn this golden hall upside down. If tomorrow His Majesty dares to beat around the bush, insisting on favoring that calamitous consort, then the 30-some of us will remove our caps and resign on the spot. Ha 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 ha. Tomorrow, I will make them both realize who the true Sky of Dayin is.
Your Majesty, news from the Chancellor's residence is in. Wei Yong has gathered all his loyalists, ready to collectively
Resign tomorrow morning. My court will be much quieter without these parasites.
Chancellor Wei's little drama of popular outrage is quite well staged. But he forgot one thing, this empire of Dayin, who was it that fought to defend it with blood and steel? The people want food and warmth. Not Wei Ying's hypocritical saintly facade.
Ning, they've placed all their bets on tomorrow morning's coup. They think I'd be afraid to strike, but they don't know that I hold in my hand the leverage over their entire Wei clan. Pass the order. Tomorrow, keep the guards at Xuanwu and Anding Gates covert. I'll wait for every last one of them to walk into the trap, and then clean them all out without mercy.
Old sister, tomorrow morning, the sky might fall. I heard from a servant at the Prime Minister's estate that tomorrow all the officials plan to resign en masse.
The sky falls? Look. The tasks Her Highness has handled since returning to the capital, which one wasn't for the sake of us suffering folks. Whether the sky falls or not depends on the sword in Her Highness's hand and whether she will agree.
Your Majesty, I have a report. 3,000 elite Imperial Guards are in position. Xuanwu Gate and Anding Gate have been taken over by my trusted men. The assassins gathered privately at the Prime Minister's manor. If they make a move, kill them all without mercy.
Wei Zhong has controlled the court for 20 years. He's deeply entrenched. Today, I will remove this cancer.
Your Majesty, Wei Yong and his crew are already outside the Meridian Gate. 36 civil officials have jointly submitted resignations. This act they've bet their last cent on.
Ning, are you afraid? After today, the dying court might be half empty.
Afraid? When I was surrounded by 100,000 enemy troops outside the pass, I wasn't even afraid then, let alone a bunch of old scoundrels who only talk. Today, we not only clean out the court, but also carve a bloody path for the land reclamation policy.
Brother, see that? That's Junliang and Shen Sheng from back then, and the Prince of the Northern Dai.
Her Highness brought them all into the palace. Looks like this morning, those old officials are really in for it.
Remember this clearly. In the Great Hall, you only need to tell the truth. I guarantee your lives. If anyone lies, Wei Ying hasn't been beheaded yet. You'll go accompany Gu Yan first.
Sister, rest assured. I will definitely testify against Prime Minister Wei. I dare not deceive His Majesty again.
Her Highness can rest assured. The kind of scumbag who embezzles army rations and illegally deals salt and iron I despise the most.
Your Majesty, the 3-day deadline is up. These past 3 days, rumors have spread throughout the capital. The army at the border is restless. All because you refuse to depose that treasonous empress who colludes with the enemy.
We implore your Majesty to depose the Empress, to appease public anger. Prime Minister Wei is practically forcing the Emperor's hand at the risk of his own life. If His Majesty continues to protect Your Highness, the court might really collapse.
Judging by this, Prime Minister Wei won't back down today without getting the seal. He won't stop.
I'll die to prove my loyalty. Prime Minister Wei, are you threatening me?
I wouldn't dare, Your Majesty. I am loyal and sincere. For the centuries-old empire of Dayin, Your Majesty, depose the Empress. Lin Ning, how dare you bring a blade into the hall openly? You truly harbor treasonous intentions.
Prime Minister Wei, you've been making a scene for 3 days. Isn't it just that you want evidence? The evidence you want. I have brought it.
I beg to report, Your Majesty, these are from the secret vault of the Prime Minister's mansion, discovered by the secret guards. The irrefutable evidence.
Prime Minister Wei, the evidence you wanted. Every sheet bears your personal seal as Prime Minister. Would you like to personally compare the handwriting? Summon the witness to the hall.
Your Majesty, I am guilty. It's Wei Yong. He sent his trusted agent to find me in the ruined temple, and gave me a bag of silver. He told me to distort the truth.
Emperor of Dayin. I, the prince, bear witness here. 3 years ago, I was completely convinced by General Lin's defeat. That I submitted and paid tribute. If there truly was a deal, why would I sacrifice 3,000 elite troops? Such slander that insults warriors, only such an old man could fabricate.
Prime Minister Wei. You keep saying it's for the sake of the realm, but every coin in your family is stained with the blood of soldiers. Every secret letter is soaked with the soil of the realm. For whom did you ultimately die?
Wei, I have treated you well, but you took my empire and traded it for silver with the northern enemy, and sent my soldiers to die on the battlefield. You are truly my good prime minister. Issue my imperial decree. Wei Yong forms factions for private gain, colludes with the enemy and betrays the state, falsely accuses the current empress. Every crime is unforgivable. He is hereby stripped of all his offices, deprived of his title, thrown into death row, executed after the autumn harvest. Confiscate all his property, and within his 3 clans, all adults are to be exiled 3,000 miles to the frontier, never to return to the border. Prime Minister Wei has left. Weren't you all ready to die for your beliefs? The pillar is right there. Why isn't anyone hitting it?
Your Majesty, have mercy, we were blinded by Wei Yong. We never intended rebellion.
Your Majesty, show leniency. This old minister was foolish. This old minister was so foolish.
The officials who were quick to join in. All those who signed the petition to force the palace today, considering you were deceived, your death sentence is waived. But your living punishment is unavoidable. All demoted 3 ranks. Forfeit 3 years' salary. If anyone dares to speak against the new policies, form cliques, or obstruct the settlement strategy, Wei Yong will be your fate. They will be severely punished without leniency.
We thank your Majesty for your great mercy. Long live the Emperor. Long live the Empress. Old 2-0, these new seeds are really good. Looks like this year will be a bountiful harvest.
All thanks to Her Majesty the Empress for giving us land to farm, and also waiving 3 years of grain tax. Before, on the grasslands, we fought tooth and nail, still couldn't get a full meal. Now, our hearts are at ease.
Isn't that true? Ever since the settlement policy was implemented, our military camp expenses have been halved. Now the garrison troops train half the time, and farm the other half. With no war, everyone can go home alive to see their parents.
Ning. Back then, you said you wanted to return to the frontier, because the capital is full of scheming and deceit. Now look. This empire is finally what you wanted. With you here, I can guard this land with peace of mind.
Your Majesty, this empire is not yours alone. This land is not just mine, Lin Ning's. It is the land of the people of Dayin. It is also our land. Since we are to guard it, then let's guard it together. Guarding the vast territories, guarding the warmth of human life, and guarding our life together.